Hey guys, it's Bree here. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. So today I'm back with another Kingdom video, and I'm going to discuss what went down in episode 3. Now, usually in my Kingdom videos, I give my own ranking of the performances, but in this video, I'll be doing things a little differently because, frankly, Mnet is utter trash. Utter trash. And I was a little disappointed in the expert and peer voting results. We'll get into it and I'll explain everything, but before we get into the video, make sure to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell for more Kingdom content, and give this video a big thumbs up. Now let's get into it.
I'm saying I don't wanna come down from your love. We'll get lost together like we fly. Don't ever let me come down from your love. From your love. From your baby.
Before we get into today's video, I just want to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor. Clutebox is a K-pop subscription box sent straight to your door every 3 months. Clutebox currently has boxes for BTS, Blackpink, Twice, and EXO, but more boxes are coming soon. Each Clutebox is packed with merch, photo cards from your bias, Korean snacks, keychains, posters, clothing, and even more. You can even pick your bias, so the Clutebox is specifically customized to your favorite idol. So if you want to give Clutebox a shot, make sure to check out my affiliate link in the comment section and description box and use my code BREE00. Now let's get right into the video. So in episode 3, the results of the expert and peer voting, or the actual participants, the actual boy groups voting, were revealed. ATEEZ secured first place, with Stray Kids coming in second and the boys in third. And next, the bottom 3 were B2B coming in 4th place, iKON in 5th, and SF9 in 6th. So first, let's get into the bottom 3. You might have heard some controversy circulating concerning Mnet's unfair treatment of some of the boy groups involved in Kingdom, so I want to touch on that first. Basically, before the show started, Mnet informed the participants that there would be a 5 million won budget for stage props. So just for some context, that comes up to about $4,500 US, which isn't a lot, especially when it comes to building a stage set. But at the last minute, Mnet decided that the participants could surpass the $4,400 limit. But the gag is, they only told 3 out of the 6 participants. So obviously that would be unfair, since that would leave some of the groups at a disadvantage as far as having a dynamic stage for their performances. So after episode 3, netizens were able to guess that the groups that weren't notified were B2B, iKON, and SF9, given that their stages were the most simplistic out of the 6 performances from this round. And coincidentally, those 3 groups ended up in the bottom 3 for this round. If you want to hear my thoughts on B2B and iKON's performances from last week, definitely check out my previous video.
너를 본 순간 모든 게 magic history 그냥 녹여버렸어 Beautiful day, beautiful life 세상이 물들어 가 달라진 나 넘어가 버려 나 복잡한 네 기분 Oh, 시간 없어 jealous Oh, 저거 so jealous Oh, like you don't care
But anyway, out of all of the bottom 3, I was most disappointed with SF9 coming in last. SF9 performed a rendition of their song Now or Never, or Jealous. I thought that their performance was extremely beautiful and artistic, and very different from any performance that we've seen on this season of Kingdom so far. Their choreo especially really stuck out to me when compared to some of the more hard-hitting or aggressive choreo that other groups went with this round, as they went for a more elegant, sensual performance with a very dark theme. One of the highlights for me was when some of the members lifted the female dancers onto their shoulders. On top of that, the storyline and concept behind their performance blew me away too. Their performance was actually based on the psycho thriller Perfume, in which a French perfumer in the 18th century becomes obsessed or jealous of young women's scents and turns to serial to capture their scents for his perfumes. I think SF9 demonstrated this dark and twisted storyline perfectly, from the choreo to their vintage, strikingly red styling, and I felt that the remix of the song Now or Never or Jealous fit this concept perfectly as well. Basically, their performance was so thought out and well executed, and to me, they shined without all of the expensive props. So I was really disappointed when I saw that they received 0 peer votes, yes, 0 votes from the other groups, and ended up ranking last. I really feel that Mnet set the bottom 3 groups up, and I think SF9 especially deserved more. You could also see how heartbroken the members were as well, and I'm hoping their fans or fantasy come through with voting and maybe turn the tides in their favor. And let me just say, the intro with Yoo Taeyong was breathtaking. He is really something else. I really like watching him perform. Okay, so next I want to discuss the top 3. First of all, as an ATEEZ, I need to talk about ATEEZ's performance. I'm gonna be real with you all, this performance really moved me and I'm so proud of ATEEZ securing first place. I really feel that they deserved it. First of all, ATEEZ stuck with the pirate theme, which has pretty much been a continuous theme since their debut with Pirate King. Secondly, I want to talk about the instrumental. ATEEZ decided on a Wonderland Beethoven Symphony No. 9 remix. When I tell you that my soul left my body, my soul left my body. The remix was literally a sonic masterpiece, to be honest. Kudos to Hongjoong, because I did not watch the entire episode with subtitles yet, but I saw on Twitter that it was Hongjoong's idea to mix these two songs together. The heavy-hitting, almost triumphant sound of Symphony No. 9 fit perfectly with Wonderland, and it really fit the concept of the performance in which ATEEZ, a pirate crew, was battling it out with their enemies. The stage was set up to look like a ship, and we even had a Kraken. Yes, release the Kraken. Cue in Seonghwa with his gunslinging skills. I also really enjoyed that there was a lot of lore for ATEEZ to recognize and point out. We saw the mysterious ATEEZ, mysterious man dude in the beginning. Hongjoong flipped over an hourglass in the beginning of the performance, and if you know ATEEZ, you know their lore contains a lot of themes that have to do with time and parallelism. Plus, there's even an hourglass in their official light stick. At one point, there were 2 green and red dancers that popped up out of nowhere to face off with Wooyoung, and the green and red immediately made me think of the album art for Thanks and Inception from Fever Part 1. The styling was very on point and pirate-like too, and Hongjoong wearing a fur coat kind of designated him as the leader or the captain of the crew. The boys were also on point with their dancing as always, and you could distinctly hear their live vocals, especially Jungho's iconic high note towards the end. That was crazy. In all, I think the performance was perfect, from the arrangement of Wonderland to the styling, the set, the choreo, the live vocals, and the linear storyline which depicted a band of pirates fighting and ultimately winning a huge battle. Even though I'm an ATEEZ, I can honestly say I believe ATEEZ deserved first place, and I'm saying that as someone who hasn't ranked ATEEZ as number 1 in my previous Kingdom videos. Now in my last video, I talked about how in last week's episode, the boys completely blew me away with their A Song of Ice and Fire rendition of No Air, and I commented that maybe the only group who would be able to top them this week was Stray Kids. Well, all I can say is Stray Kids came through with another explosive performance. They decided on a remix of Side Effects and God's Menu, which I heard was arranged by 3 Racha, which are members Bangchan, Changbin, and Han. I loved the juxtaposition between the beginning of the performance with Side Effects, in which it seems like Stray Kids were being controlled by and fighting with evil or darkness, to the switch to God's Menu, in which the tides were turned and the battle seemed to turn in Stray Kids' favor. I especially liked the part when Stray Kids were controlling evil or the backup dancers in black with red ribbons, almost like they were taking back control of their lives. Honestly, Side Effects and God's Menu are some of my favorite songs from Stray Kids, and I thought this remix was amazing. I really hope they release a version of it as well. On top of the amazing choreo, Stray Kids' vocals were on point, and I just loved their overall energy. Like, their stage presence is just extremely powerful, and I definitely think that they proved that they are a force to be reckoned with in this competition. Okay, so that wraps it up for my thoughts on episode 3. Mnet is trash, but all of the groups involved in Kingdom are phenomenal. Make sure to drop your thoughts on the rankings so far and how you'd rank their performances in the comments below. And also, don't forget, it's time for fan voting, so make sure to vote for your faves on the Who's Fan app. If you liked this video, make sure to subscribe for more Kingdom content, ring the bell, and give this video a big thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!